everybody? My name is AwesomeGamerMG, that's me, and welcome back to another video. Today I figured we would just sit here and play some solo Skywars while I talk about some old high school stories, you know? See, back in 2021 in the spring semester, I graduated. If you didn't remember my last couple of videos ago, my return to YouTube that I made a couple of days back, weeks back actually, I mentioned that I'm now in college, so I'm a big man, just getting through my second semester of my first year of college. So I figured, why not take a look back just a minute? Let's take a couple of minutes and just look back at some of the old stories from my experience in my high school days. I'm obviously not going to tell all of them. Then again, I can't remember all of them because my memory is garbage. But that's besides the point. So we're just going to go and play some solo Skywars while looking back at some of the old and funny stories and experiences I've had during my high school years, freshman through senior. Just anything I can think of, I'll let you guys know. And if you do enjoy this kind of stuff, leave a like down below and comment down below your thoughts and what you want me to do next. What's another video you guys want me to make? Let me know in the comments down below. And also comment down below what your favorite story that I told was. Out of all the ones in this video, what's going to be your favorite one? And yeah, with that being said, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel or if you haven't done so already. And click that notification bell directly next to the subscribe button, so that way you'll always be notified when I upload something. Yeah, I'm good at English. But I want to take a quick moment to say, before we get into these games, I just wanted to take a quick moment to say thank you guys so much for the recent support that I've been getting for this channel. As I've mentioned before, like 10 days ago, probably more by the time this video comes out, but a couple of days ago, weeks ago, once again, I made that video saying that I've returned to YouTube and I have kept my promise. Here I am, and I've been uploading every time that I can. And with that being said, I started at 207 subscribers by the time I made that video, and we have now gone up to 274. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support that you've given me recently. I really do appreciate it, and it means the absolute world to me. This has been a dream of mine for the longest time, and to see that this is finally growing into something just awesome, I really appreciate it so much, and I hope that we continue to grow further as the days go by. So, thank you guys. Hopefully, I want to set a goal here. Hopefully, if you guys can try and get me to 300 subscribers by the end of this week, that would be greatly appreciated. If not, it's cool, but that's just the set goal for now. It's just a nice little thing I think we could try and achieve, so go get them. Find all your friends and tell them to subscribe to this channel, and just take a look and see what they think of me. If they don't like it, that's fine. If they do, then subscribe. Now with that being said, let's get right into the game. Alright guys, one of the first stories I want to actually talk about, and this is actually one of my favorite stories back in my high school years. So to start off, let me give some context. So back in high school, I was a band geek. And I technically still am to this day for my college, because I am actually in the marching band for my college. Now, with that being said, there is a fine line between doing marching band and just band in general in college than in high school. So, in college, people, like, praise you more, and I'm not even exaggerating. They literally told us this during band camp and such. In college, people, like, look at you and is actually excited. They're just like, oh yeah, the band's here! Get the hype going and all that stuff. And I don't know what that guy was doing. Anyways, so they would be all excited and all that, just like, yeah, the band's here. Let's get all excited. They're here to defend the spirit for our college and all that stuff. Meanwhile, in high school, it's just like, who are you again, and why are you relevant? Like, in college, everyone loves you. But then in high school, it's just like, who are you and why are you important? And, yeah, so basically, it's just a matter of, like, college is more recognizable, and high school is just kind of for people's taste in band. Now, as for myself, one thing that happened in band that year is... Hey, we actually won. And I'll continue that the next game. Now, like I was saying, so in high school, during my junior year, the lunchroom was monitored by like certain teachers on certain days, and our band director would monitor the cafeterias on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now this may sound silly, but they were monitored because they didn't want people like cutting in line and all that stuff. Everybody always rushed to the lunchroom every single day. So teachers had to monitor to make sure that people weren't cutting in line, because everybody's always trying to rush or just like skip the line and cut in front of people to try and get like the freshly made stuff that just came out and everything being made, all that stuff. I mean, I won't deny I was one of those people that were trying to get there first, but it's not like I was like cutting in front of everybody. I would respectfully be in where I was supposed to be in line. It's just like, of course, everybody's going to want to get the best stuff there. So in order for that to happen, you had to get there first. Now, enough about that. So about what happened was, after lunch, I would go to the band room, because band, like I said, I was a band geek, would be my last class of the day. I would have 3 classes and then go to lunch, and then proceed to go to the band room to finish the day. Now, one Thursday afternoon, after my class, after lunch, I went to the band room, and I forgot that it was Thursday, of course, and the band director wasn't in the band room, so the band room was locked. There was a couple of people standing outside, and I was just wondering, gee, I wonder why everybody was out there tonight. Or not tonight, but I was wondering why everybody was waiting outside. So I walk over there, and I ask them what's going on, like, why is everybody sitting outside? They proceed to tell me that the door is locked and that the band director was in the cafeteria monitoring the kids, making sure that nobody was cutting in line and such. So we had to sit there and wait until the band director came back from lunch period that afternoon, which made sense. So while we were sitting there waiting, I just decided to go by the band room door and just do this like funny meme, just for no reason at all. There was like, I had no motive, like no real motive to doing it. I just thought, why not? We're not really doing anything. I'm kind of bored. So I'm just kind of walking over there by the door, and I do this thing from this one SpongeBob episode. Now, for those of you that know this, the show SpongeBob, you'll understand this reference. If you don't, then I'm sorry. You'll just have to bear with me here as I explain this. It's from this one episode. Like I said, I don't know if you'll understand it, so yeah, sorry. And if you do understand it, then you'll get a laugh out of it. It makes a lot of sense. But basically, there was this one episode. Oh yeah, and I am gonna go into. I'm gonna talk about this episode a little bit. So if you are a fan of SpongeBob and you haven't seen it, there will be spoilers. So I recommend just pausing this part of the video and just skipping it till I'm done explaining, so you don't get spoiled if you like SpongeBob. So very sorry about that. Anyways, so there's this one episode where they get trapped in their friend Sandy's tree dome while she's hibernating for the winter. Now, the entire time, they're trying to pry the door open because it's frozen shut, and they're basically stuck in there until they can figure out how to get out. Now, with that being said, they're struggling to get out, and they're just trying to pry it open. So Patrick does this one stupid thing, because he's known as the dumb guy in the show. He does this one really stupid thing where he like puts his hands together and just like, well, he blows on both of his hands separately, and then he puts them together, and he's just like, open sesame to the door. Does this guy has a flame bow? I was wondering how all of his shots were fire. Don't tell me he used the anvil to make it infinite durability. I hope not. Anyways, back to the story. So, he's like puts his hands together and just says, "Open sesame," and thinks that the door will open, because that's Patrick in a nutshell. Now, so I do the same thing he does to that, and then, like, okay, so keep in mind, let me turn it back a bit, sorry, I'm going a little too fast here. So, we tried prying we tried going up to the door and, like, yanking it to see if it'll open, and obviously with it being locked, it didn't. So, I did the thing Patrick did, and boom, the door just opens, and yes, this is 100% real, no one was there. Yeah, I opened the door, like I was saying, I opened the door, and no one was there. This is 100% real, we literally opened it, and there was no one on the other side of the door. The door just opened by itself, and from then on there, I just called myself, I was just shouting, like, "I'm a wizard," and all that stuff, "I'm a wizard." Boy, it was amazing that day. So, yeah, I just was called Father Wizard by my section that day because we had this inside joke where the tuba section, yes, I was a tuba player, we would be like a family, and whoever the section leader was basically the father of the group. And I was the section leader for pretty much 3 years running for the entirety of high school almost. So I was known as Father Wizard because of that day, and the fact that I managed to open the door by myself. Now, that's the first story. So another one I want to go over, it's kind of cliche, but I just figured I'd share it anyways. And the reason I say it's cliche is because pretty much every high schooler has probably experienced this once in their life, or just have at least heard of it. Because, like, if you haven't... Okay, that was a 56 star. Wow. So yeah, like I was saying, now, this next story has pretty much... If this hasn't happened to you before, if you've been in high school or above, then I don't even know, man. But from what I can tell, this happens to pretty much a lot of people, if not everyone at this point. Like, you see it in movies a lot, and apparently it just happens a lot in real life too. But this next story is the time that my friend Jacob, back in our freshman year, almost burnt down the science lab. Oh, and what a funny story this was. So, quick thing, though, is that the only reason I know that this happened... Because I wasn't actually in his class. Like, we had the same class, technically speaking. Like, we had the same type of class. You know how there's, like, biology, chemistry, and all that stuff? We had the same type of class, but we weren't actually in the same class period. So, the only reason I knew that this was a thing was because of the fact that Jacob, or Jason, I can't remember which one of them, showed me a clip that they recorded of just some fire on the brewing stand or whatever. But yeah, so I saw that and was just like, wow, okay. So they almost caught fire to the school. It was a hilarious meme that we just kept it going. And with that being said, the school was just, it was fine, like, it didn't burn down. But they managed to put it out real quick. It's just, it was very hilarious. Just, they were laughing because it appeared for like a second and then went away. So that pretty much happened. Now, I know that was a quick story, but that was just like, I thought that was pretty funny how that worked. Now, another thing that happened back in high school was... Okay, wow, I am bad with my arrow shots. Another thing that happened back in high school was... let me think. Oh yeah, here's one. I'm sure you guys will get a laugh out of my pain. So, during my junior year, yes, this is another one of my junior year stories. I can't really remember that many sophomore or... Yeah, I can't really remember a lot of sophomore stories, but I can remember a bunch of junior, a few freshmen, and a little bit of senior stories. So, another thing that happened to me in my junior year was during the end of the band season, there was like one competition and one football game left that we had on the weekends. And before that happened, during class that Friday, like the last Friday of the football season, we were moving the old drum major stand. We had a brand new one, but we were moving the old one to a different spot at the band field. Guess I made this sharp 3 for nothing. Okay then. So we were trying to move the drum major stand to some other part of the band field. Now, this drum major stand didn't have wheels like pretty much 90% of them do. So we actually had to move it manually. It took like 5 to 6 of us to move it, so 3 on each side, I guess, to actually move the sucker. Now, while we were moving it, we were getting ready to take a break from moving it for a second by letting it down easy to just take a minute to gather our strength. And for some reason, one of the weak kids decided to help out. I don't know why. I knew it was a bad idea for him to try and help out, lift it. And with that being said, let's just say this next part isn't pretty, but he dropped the drum major stand on my foot. And, oh god, was it one of the most painful experiences I had ever felt. However, luckily for me, it was not painful to the point where it actually broke a bone, because if it was, I would have been so mad at him, considering I have been alive for 19 years, and never in those 19 years have I ever had a broken bone. Almost 20 years, by the way. Never have I ever had a broken bone in my body, and I hope to keep it that way. So I was lucky enough that it didn't break any bones, thank the Lord. Or else I would have just been so mad at him. But, yeah, I didn't break any bones. I was just, like, limping for a little bit. I kind of had to just hop on one foot everywhere I went. It was manageable. I wasn't complaining. Yeah, it was a bit annoying, but I wasn't really complaining too much. I was able to do it, and I got used to it. It wasn't that bad. So, oh god, this guy is completely geared compared to us. Yeah, so I wasn't really complaining. I was just kind of just getting used to it, and it wasn't that bad. Now, yeah, luckily, it didn't take that long for me to heal. Unfortunately, I did have to kind of, like, miss out on marching band during the last, I think it was, I can't remember which it was. I either skipped out on the last competition or football game. Like, I did march in one, but I decided to YOLO march it in the other, even though my foot wasn't fully, like, better at the time. I mean, I had to keep pressure on it to make sure it wasn't awful. But I manned up, and I pulled through. Oh god. Aha, now I have mid, and this guy's here now. Oh, he is dead. Okay, we did it. So yeah, that's basically that story. Alright guys, to end off this video, I figured I'd share one more story, and this one is also a classic. Now, this is actually the only story I remember from my sophomore year. So yeah, I actually remembered a sophomore year story. This is the only one I can think of right now. Now, I'm sure I'll have more stories in a future video to talk about, but for now, I figured I would end it off on a high note for my sophomore year at least. I know I didn't share any senior year stories, but I'm sure I will next time. Now, in this story, it was the second semester of my sophomore year. It was the start of it, so we had just gotten into our new classes for the semester, and that means like whole new rooms and new classes and all that stuff, new teachers, and oh god. Sorry, I had to focus there. But yeah, so it was the start of a new semester, and I was taking English 3 honors because I was ahead of my English class, fun fact. So I almost got him. I was one of the last people to show up to class because I couldn't find the room at first. Yeah, it's not that I was like late. I made it on time. It's just I had no idea where the classroom was at first. And oh god. Yeah, I had no idea where the classroom was. So I was just looking around. I was actually the second to last person to show up. So when I arrived, it was like the biggest English class I had ever seen or been in high school. Literally every student desk was taken. There was like no desk for me. So what ended up happening was the teacher, her desk is at the back of the room, and she says she likes to sit at the front. So she actually willingly gave up her desk for me to have, and my god, it was the life. I was just living the life. I was just like, this is how you do English class, because she had the rolly chair, the nice big desk with a lot of space. So I just remember kicking my feet up and just being like, oh yeah, this is the life. This is how you do English class professionally. Oh, okay, I didn't think I'd win that, so this will go into another game to end off this story. Now, as I was saying, guys, I was living the life, it was great, but unfortunately, like I said, I was not the last person to arrive that day. During the first day of English 3, there was actually a girl in her junior year, so keep in mind, she was 1 grade level and 1 year older than me. So she was actually the last person to enter the classroom that day, and like I said, all the chairs and desks had pretty much already been taken. All that was left was this very, like, crappy table that was on wheels, and this, like, it was also a rolly chair, but it didn't have the armrest like mine did. It was a less comfortable, more student-like type chair, but that was what she had to work with since we didn't have any more desks. Oh my god, that was epic. Even if I lose this game, I'm keeping this. Oh. Okay, sorry. Again, I still have a bad habit of, like, stop commentating when I'm trying to focus. It's because I haven't learned how to, like, chill with that yet, but I'm sure I'll figure that out eventually. So, anyways, she was the last person to show up, and she just goes over to the desk. Now, class hadn't started yet, so I kind of was on my phone, just like texting my friends while I was waiting for class to start. So I remember she just walks up to me while I'm texting my friends, and she just goes up and looks at me, and it's just like, hey, are you our substitute for the day? And I'm just sitting there like, can I help you? I beg your pardon? Keep in mind, guys, she was an upperclassman. She was 1 year older and also 1 grade level higher than me. And she mistook me for a substitute teacher. Oh, it was hilarious. Oh my god. I was... I don't even know what to say, guys. It was great. But yeah, that was the day that I got mistaken for a substitute teacher. So, that is it for this video, guys. Well, perfect timing. Alright, guys, that's all I have for this video. If you did enjoy, like I said, be sure to drop a like and comment down below what your favorite story I told was. And, yeah, if you want me to do more of these types of videos, let me know down in the comments below. I'm sure I've got more stories to tell about my high school years. I just can't remember them right now. But, yeah, sorry I didn't really go over any stories that happened during my senior year. I'll probably catch that in the next video. I just wanted to get over my most memorable / favorite ones out of the way first. Because like I said, those are quite enjoyable, especially the first and the last ones. Those ones are always my favorite to tell. I love those. They are hysterical and just a great experience. Now, with that being said, like I said, if you did enjoy this video, drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Be sure to spread the word about my channel because, like I said, the goal is to hit 1K subs before the start of 2023. So if you guys could do that for me, I would appreciate it so much. Now, I don't know what the next video is going to be. I need to explain one thing before I end this video, though, is that I was originally planning on doing episode 2 of the Mythic SMP, but the problem is my thumbnail maker is gone for a week, so I don't have anyone else that can make those types of thumbnails like he can, so I'm kind of just holding off on those videos until he gets back. So for the rest of this week is just kind of going to be Hypixel videos, anything I can really think of. So yeah, just let me know what you want me to do next, or if you have something not Hypixel related but still want me to check out. I'll take any ideas, as long as I am able to do them, of course. Alright, so with that being said, guys, hope you enjoyed. Comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!
Built a